Hey everyone, it's Blue Lizard Jello, and welcome back to Dragon Dogma Dark Arisen for the PC, and we are now in Gran Soren. At long last, this is when the game really starts to get good. But before I go and even step outside and explore this place at all, let's take a look at our chronicle, since we did add a page here. Accompanied by a cadre of core recruits, you escort the Hydra's head through the mountains and make your triumphant entrance into the city of Gran Soren, domain of Duke Edmund and his vast army. Left to your own devices as Mercedes makes her report to the Duke, you wonder if you might learn more of pawns by exploring the city. And absolutely you will, because the Pawn Guild is here and we can get a lot of information. But before we do that, let me talk just a little bit about what I've done in between episodes. I have gone through and made sure that I deposited all of my unnecessary items into storage if everyone is either very light or light. I made sure everyone or all my pawns had a pickaxe and a lantern equipped, so that is good to go. And now we are actually going to go and outfit Silverius because he's been rented out a few times and he's doing fine, but he could be better. He could be a more valuable pawn, so I want to make sure that he looks the part. Oh, what are you doing? What are you sneaking? That's weird. Anyway, I want him to look the part and I want him to be able to effectively help anyone who rents him. Madeline is here. Madeline doesn't have anything currently that we really want, so instead we're going to go and talk to Caxton, the blacksmith. And before we do that, one thing that you should definitely make sure is at least you or your pawn should have the bronze idol. If you remember, we picked this up in Witchwood at Celine's hut. If you have this on your person or in your pawn's inventory, you will automatically receive a 10% discount at any of the shops, be it here, Cassardis, wherever. So have this in your inventory or in your pawns if you want to get that discount. If it's in your storage, you will not get 10% off. So talking to Caxton here, we're going to switch over to Silverius. We are going to focus primarily on him, and I already have the items picked out, and they're going to be a little bit costly. In fact, it's going to run me about 35,000 gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy it and equip it, and I'll show you the pieces that I've picked out for him, and I'll see you in just a second. And here he is in all of his glory. So you can now see we're at strength 304, our defense is 271, our magic defense 136. Definitely want to try to get magic defense up, but just check him out. If he is not a force to be reckoned with, I don't know what is. So what did I buy? I bought the horned helm. I bought the hide armor and the riveted coat. The iron bracers. The half-chain hosen. We already had the iron leg guards that we got on the last quest. And then he is still wearing the leather cape and he has the baleful nails. Very cool. Now, I do want to again point out, and I think I briefly mentioned this, for the chest piece and for the leg piece, you have both armor and clothing. And when you're going into the shop, let me actually show you here with Caxton, you can identify which is which very easily just by going here. And as you start to look at it, you have the clothing symbol. As we go down a little bit further, that'll switch to armor. So you can have one of each in almost any circumstance. So make sure that you're actually utilizing both, or else you're actually just kind of wasting one of those slots. Very cool. Okay, so with Silverius all decked out, now our pawns just ran off all the way to the pawns, or they're going to run off to the Pawns Guild, but that's not where we're going, at least not yet. We might turn in the one quest that we have just to go learn more, but for now, what I want to do now is just run around the city and show you some of the interesting spots, but most importantly, a lot of the treasure that can be had. Okay, good, they are following me. I wasn't sure if the pawns were going to come or not. Okay, so we're going to start running down some of the alleyways, and you can see down there, we have the aqueduct. You can go down there, but if you jump from this height, you will die, and I'm telling you that as a fact, at least in my current state, that I will die, because I've already died there. In fact, this is the second time I tried to record this episode, and turns out I only recorded the audio, not the video. Fortunately, all I needed to do was take that flying leap into the aqueduct and kill myself, and I could start over. So we're running down here to get our first treasure, which is right down here, and there is a number of different items you can get in these chests. So if you don't get what you're looking for, go ahead and just save and kill yourself, and you can try it again. Although the Seeker's Token, I'm pretty sure that is a given. So that is 5 out of 20. Next, up this ladder. And if I miss a treasure chest, please, guys, feel free to let me know. There are a number of them, and I don't have them all memorized yet. Oh, another Seeker's Token. Very cool. That's 6 out of 20. And then the majority of the others are going to be on top top of the rooftops, with the exception of one which is down in the slums area, which is down in the aqueduct. So let's go. Should be able to climb a ladder, I believe, right next to this guard here. Yep, there we go. And hold E and you can slide very, very quickly, which is great. So the slums district is down right off of the aqueduct, although down here you can exit Gran Soren, and there's actually some good loot just outside that door. But this is the slums, a very sad and depressing area where the poorest of Gran Soren are forced to live, actually in the aqueducts themselves. But if you want to be a cruel and unusual monster, there is a chest down here, and you can steal it from the unsuspecting slums folk. Sorry, guys. Got a war bugle. I believe we have a quest to acquire 50 of those, if we've gotten those yet. Let me see. 20 Seekers tokens. There we go. 50 war bugles. We have one. It's going to be a little while. Can't get through here just yet. Cannot be opened from that side. Not a big deal. So let's head back topside. And now the rest of the chests that I know about are going to be, well, they're not necessarily elevated, but most of them you have to get from an elevated position. In other words, you actually have to get on top of the rooftops. Oh, I can't wait till I get the double jump. Double jump is just an assassin's best friend. Makes traversing, makes parkour just that much easier. Alright, so we need to find a way on top of the rooftops. There are a few spots to get up there. Here is one of them. Coming up these stairs, very easy to just start hopping. Now I want to actually do some backtracking. You can kind of do or get most of the chests in a single route if you do it correctly. Oh, let's see, we can start in here. There we go, nice ornate chest. A wakestone shard. We haven't talked about wakestone shards or wakestones in general. Wakestones can actually bring people back from the dead, and there's a quest that we're going to have to take on just a little bit here in order to actually bring someone back to life using one. And I believe it's 3 wakestone shards will create a wakestone. So when you're on, we are crossing roof to roof. There's no doubt about it. When you're on top of the rooftops, occasionally you'll find these little sections that seemingly you can't get in. But if you hop down, there's almost always a chest. And sure enough, here we go. Another Seeker's token. Oh, there we go. Let's climb there. You can actually get all of the Seeker's tokens from the areas that you already know about. Some of them can be found randomly, but anytime you find it in a chest, you can actually just wait the 7 to 8 days or so in-game, and you can get them again. And you can do that until you collect all 20. It's actually not all that difficult. Alright, let's see. Where else do I need to go? I actually want to loop back the other way, but I want to make sure I get all the chests back here first. Now, some of the chests are a bit sneaky because they're not just out in the open. Ooh, I'm not going to make that. Oh, I am. Oh, boy. Double jump. That would have made that just a little bit safer for me. Let's see. Can we make it into that window? No? Really? Oh, bother. Oh, bother. Alright. Gonna have to climb back up. I believe you can make that. I'm almost certain you can make that jump. So I apologize. Let's find one of those ladders again. Or just go back to the area with the stairs. And we'll probably just start running around the other way. So what I was saying with the chests is that some of them are not so easy to spot because they're not just down on the ground, they're actually on balconies. So I want to show you some of those. Let's see. So we'll go this way, where I know that there's one actually just right here. So you can see that. Now, this one is not too difficult because the railing does not extend the whole way. Some of the ones where the railing extends the whole way can be a little bit more troublesome to get. Got some balmy perfume. I'll be honest, I don't know what the balmy perfume does. What do you do? I'm assuming you are a curative. Apply it to recover a bit of health to the entire party. Oh, that's pretty great. Oh, careful, guys. So that will actually restore health to everyone in the vicinity. Very, very helpful. Alright, next, what do we have? So that is where we just got one of the Seeker's tokens. But there should be another chest over here. I believe down this ladder. Yep, there we go. What do we get? Journal entry. So that is part of a quest. Now, we haven't actually started, well, we've started the quest. We just haven't gotten to this leg of the quest. The journal entries, we found one in the encampment, we found one here. These are actually going to be for Reynard, the merchant. One of his last quests is going to have us seek out the 6 journal entries. So we'll talk about more about the journal entries when we get there. Here's another chest on a balcony. Easy peasy. Wool cloth, really not that useful. Now, see, if I had double jump, I know I could make this. Ooh, that was close. That was a close one. So let's go back. We're going to loop back around. So there's a lot of chests in and amongst the rooftops, and there's also quite a few chests in the guard towers. At least 4 or 5, if not more. So we definitely have to go check all of those out. But not before we get as many of the rooftop chests as we can find. There is a section with some really steep roofs that has a chest in it. Or a chest or 2, actually. Oh, I'm going to roll off. Oh! Good recovery. Excellent recovery. So is it around here? Doing a little bit of exploration with you guys, because I don't have all the locations memorized. I am working on it. Let's see. Okay, so there's the town square, so we don't have a whole lot more to check out. Can't get past those guards yet, no big deal. Okay, there's the ornate chest I was looking for. So this one, these rooftops, they're angled a bit too sharply for you to just run up, but you can actually, oh, stick it, okay. You can get up here, and there we go. Okay, took some damage, but that's alright. Worth it. Totes worth it. And a war bugle, so 2 out of 50. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for the rooftops.
The Duke's brave enlistment corps has dispatched the foul Hydra.
First off, the Hydra's still alive. Secondly, I'm going to go ahead and continue to take credit for that. So let's head down into this area. We're going to get a...
State your business.
Not a quick cutscene, but a little area. We have to tell him why we're going into this section.
All right. Through here and to the left. Just don't make a nuisance of yourself, eh?
Fair enough. So once you tell him that you are just here for the Pawn Guild, he's going to let you through. And the Pawn Guild is going to be inside this building right here, inside of the Craftsman's Quarters. Before we go and loot any more chests, before we go in there, let's go and talk about this circle. We've already mentioned it before, but this is a section or a ring of rift crystals. Not rift crystals, port crystals. Thank you, Pawns. If you are in possession of a fairy stone, which, by the way, Silverius just picked up before I could get to it, you can travel anywhere there is a port crystal, whether you placed it or whether it's already there naturally. In this version of the game, because this includes all the DLC prior, we don't have to collect fairy stones. And I'll show you why in just a few minutes here. We're going to go back to the inn, and I will show you exactly why we don't need to collect fairy stones anymore. It's actually really neat, very, very helpful.
If we want information, we'll have to ask around.
I was going to skip this guy for now, but actually let's talk to him, because remember when I said we had to start collecting the wakestone shards? Well, that young boy is why.
Merciful Maker, please, no. Sir, I know 'tis not a matter fit to thrust upon a passing stranger, but please, I ask only that you listen a while. Just a short while.
Given how distraught you are, I think we could lend a minute or two.
Thank you, sir. This child is my son. Was my son. His heart stopped not a few hours past. Always weak, his sweet heart. Since he was but a babe. I had long known he would not live long. But to see it, to watch him slip from my grasp, I am left with naught but rage at my impotence. Fain to try any means that I might to bring him back, I look to magic, even curses, anything to bring him back to me. I know it for madness, but still Here, pray, accept these, sir, the first of those stones. I bought from a merchant my son and I passed in our travels.
He spoke of a powerful magic within it. Gather rocks such as this together, he said, and even the dead shall wake.
Not that I am one to blindly believe in such tales, mind. Yet still, I thought there no harm in trying.
And so I searched. But by the time I found a second, the whole pursuit rang hollow.
'Tis a vain hope to seek immortality in such trinkets, I know. I felt a fool for having e'er believed it.
So he gave us a Wakestone shard as well. So now we need to deliver a Wakestone to Austin in order to bring his son back to life. So we need to obtain a full Wakestone, and again, I believe that we need to collect 3. Unless it's only 2. Maybe it's only 2. Well, let's see. Okay, it is 3. Gather 3 together if you would restore the dead to life. We actually can buy Wakestone shards here in Gran Soren, so we will end up doing that in order to complete his quest, because of course I would not want to see him in such despair with his son only having recently passed. So out here in the field, we'll be spending more time in here with a rather obnoxious quest, probably in the next episode or 2. But what we want to do is head into the towers, which I've already missed, because they're right here. And there are a number of chests to be found. A large number. Again, at least 5, if not more. So we're going to start making... Wow, stairs. Who knew that they were going to be the bane of this walkthrough? So let's start running. We're going to do the first layer, and then we will start climbing up. Another Seeker's Token. Very cool. Remember, once we get 20... we get 200,000 gold. That's going to be immensely, immensely helpful for us. Because we're not playing on hard mode, not that gold is difficult to come by any stretch, but it does take a little bit longer. You guys are just breaking stuff, that's fine. And then out here, you can actually just jump up to this next section.
Naught beats a rooftop for a vantage on the city's hidden corners.
Yeah, let's see, there should be... Is there a chest right up here that I can't seem to get to because stairs are very, very difficult? Oh, by the way, this is hilarious. Any idea what this is? I'm going to give you a hint. You would sit on it. I'm going to leave it just at that. I'm sure you guys aren't going to have a hard time figuring that out. Oh, the first time I saw that, I just cackled. It was such a great detail, such a small detail, something that really didn't need to be in the game, and they added it, and it just made me chuckle. Alright, let's see where are the other chests to be found. Quite a few of them. And basically, traverse almost all of Gran Soren just up on these ramparts here, which is pretty neat. It's a nice touch. Can you get on top of this? Oh, you can. You totally can. Huh. I don't know that I've ever actually gone and looked around there. Oh, no. I don't want to fall down there yet. It's an entirely new area that we are not going to head into just yet. Man, I'm getting so turned around. You can see some of the areas that we were in. We already got a chest right above my head there. I'm not finding all the chests that I had already originally scouted out. Okay, we can't go any further here, so that's fine.
One can see the whole of the city from here.
Sure can. It's actually a really good way to get around. Alright, and nothing in here. Okay, so I've wasted a fair bit of time. No chest down in that lower section. Let's keep pushing forward. Is there anything here? Aha, there is. There we go. A leather chest guard. Let me take a look at that real quick. See if that's any good for anyone. So it is clothing, and it is not as good as what we're wearing. So let me try giving that to maybe... I don't know, Azuna? I don't mind giving things to Azuna. Oh, you're already wearing it, aren't you? And it's already maxed out. Oh, doggone it. Well, probably should have checked first. Such is life. Enjoy your free leather chest guard, owner of Azuna. You can just sell it. That's fine. I won't be offended. And no other chest here. A little bit of a lookout. And I can't get back up. Alright, we're going to have to backtrack. I'm telling you, there are just a few sections that have chests after chests after chests. That's what I'm looking for. We did find the super secret guard toilet. Spoiler alert, that's what that was, a toilet. We're not finding what else I was looking for. Aha, here's one of them. A war bugle, 3 out of 50. We are well on our way there. Not really. And again, that's not an area we want to explore just yet. And what's on this little precipice? Just a little box?
Mind the height of the fall if you aim to jump down. Arisen.
I don't aim to jump down, but thank you for the warning. There is a chest there, but it's not an area I had planned to go to yet, so we're going to actually leave that be. Alright, now we're back in the section that I am just a little bit more familiar with this. So there he is, just kind of creepily skulking. And we had jumped up here. Oh, there's an ornate chest that we can get very easily, overlooking the field. Oh, and there's another one in that building. Excellent, now we're finding them. So let's see, what do we got? A Jewel of Time. Jewels have some pretty interesting mechanics. There's a number of them. Jewel of Health, Jewel of Time, and it is a curative, or a tool rather. A magical gem infused with the power to induce torpor. So torpor will slow enemies down for 25 seconds, and especially for larger enemies that are susceptible to it, really, really useful because it makes it so they can't flail around as often when you're actually on top of them. War Bugle. Let's keep going. Okay, this is where I've already been, so let's go back down and continue through. It's a good thing there's infinite stamina in towns, or else this would be an issue. Royal Banner. I think that's for a quest. A standard on display in all corners of the palace. Yeah, I believe there's going to be a quest to collect a few of those later on. Okay, we're back where we started, which is good. So we have a few more chests to get. Can't go in there, but we can go up.
What's that?
Oh, poison flask, nice. Another rounded chest. And some more balmy perfume, excellent. So that will heal everyone. No trespassing, okay, fine, alright. Let's head down. I still think there's a little bit more loot to be had. But we'll have to see. Yeah, I know that there's at least one more that's hidden behind some boxes. Is it over here? No, we got that one. I might just do the rest of the looting kind of on my own time, because I don't want you guys to see me just run around like a chicken with its head cut off. Let's see. Let's actually head back up front. To the front of the city. One of the guard towers up there might have another chest or two. And actually, you know, before we do that, since we're here in the Craftsman's Corner, let's go to the Pawn Guild and turn in the next quest. It's not going to advance the storyline very much, but it is going to open up just a couple other quests that are going to be very useful. Not to mention there is a notice board in there that we definitely want to access. Oh, what is this? Who knows?
This is the Pawn Guild. You can summon pawns as necessary.
Welcome, Arisen. We have awaited your coming. This pawn is called Barnaby. I tend to the affairs of the Pawn Guild. The guild serves as a place of rest for pawns, and as the gate to the Everfall. The Everfall lies beneath Gran Soren. 'Tis a place of great importance to our kind.
It's going to be a place of great importance to all kind. We're going to be going down there shortly. but not before we complete a few more side quests, because once you complete it, it does actually lock you out of some of the early Stage 1, Stage 2 quests. We want to make sure those are all out of the way before we do it, but doing this shouldn't lock us out of anything.
The light that guides the Legion.
Okay, quest successful, excellent. We are now level 16.
It grieves me to burden you, weary from the road as you must be, but I fear trouble brews. I would beg your assistance in this matter, Arisen.
Not now. This is going to start the next quest, and we don't want to do that just yet. But you do have a riftstone that you can examine. Down there is where you actually access the Everfall. And where is the notice board? Here it is. Notice board. This is going to be really good because we're going to be doing a lot of these very soon, just as we complete other quests. So Snow Heartbeats, we haven't seen them yet, but we will. 44 Undead, believe me, we're going to get that in no time. Same thing with Skeletons. 2 Ogres. It's going to be a little while before we actually fight Ogres, but it's going to be extremely rewarding when we do. And then the Absent Apprentice. For some reason, we have to kill 45 rabbits. As you guys know, I will have no issue completing that whatsoever. In fact, it's going to be really, really easy and joyous for me. Got some money here. More money. Excellent. Good, because we just, lost a lot outfitting Silverius. And I wouldn't say we lost a lot. Can't actually go up that ladder. Any other gather spots here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, perfect. So what is next on the agenda? We're just about to wrap this video up, but what is coming up next? So after this episode, we are actually going to be heading down to Casardis, because there are some quests now that should be opened up. Oh, I went the wrong way. There are quests now that should be opened up that we just completed the first of the Pawn Guilds quest, and they have some really good loot, but mostly we just want it for the experience, which will be extremely beneficial. By the way, another access into the guard tower here. Let's just take a quick view up here before we head over to the inn. Okay, I think... Oh, there it is. This is the one behind the boxes I was looking for. Finally. And there's the Enlistment Corps banner. Excellent. Do we want to peek up here? Let's peek up here. I promise this is the last bit of exploration I'm going to do for now. Okay, we've been up here for sure. Yep, okay. Alright, so that is it for looting. Let's make our way back to the inn. I want to show you the one item that is a DLC item, and even though I have refrained from using the DLC items, I am going to use this one, because even though it can be considered overpowered in certain circles, I think it's really just an item of convenience, and it's going to save us a lot of time and a lot of money. So let's go and take a look. Once you get to Gran Soren, and you can talk to Asalam here.
Why not take the day to walk its streets, find the barracks?
That's exactly what I'm doing. Thank you for the advice.
What will it be today?
So go into your items, and you can see that there are some of the sections say new. Now that's some of it is because I've already put it in there and I just haven't looked at it yet. But take a look here. We already knew that we had lift stones, but you have an internal fairy stone. The Eternal Fairy Stone is going to allow us, just as its name suggests, to travel to any port crystal without actually expending a fairy stone. And that is just fine with me. Absolutely fantastic. So the next time, we are also going to talk about combinations of items and certain ones that can just be very, very valuable. But that is something to talk about next time. So I know all we did was just kind of run around. We collected a lot of loot, but Silverius is looking rather dapper. Really excited for you guys to start renting him out now. Okay, well that's going to wrap up this episode. Next time there will be some fighting, there will be some questing, I can promise you that. But hope you guys are still enjoying as much as I am, and I will see you next time.
Aye, the inn offers a clean bed, but it deals in vocation.